UPND member, foot soldiers, those that sacrificed their life to make sure that HH took over power, those that sacrificed their money, those that love HH, you know, love and PF members as well. Because what is happening to HH today is exactly what happened to Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu was a very good guy. Very good guy. I mean, you can't trust a man with such power when you know that it's not good. Always when Sata was leaving the country, he was leaving power with Edgar Lungu. I remember at the time Edgar Lungu was justice minister and he had two powerful portfolios. So that's how Sata trusted him. He was a good guy. If he was not a good guy, he was never going to be trusted with such responsibility. But unfortunately, as you know, usually good people are destroyed by the people they surround themselves with. So that is exactly what is happening to HH now. So share the broadcast quickly so that we can help each other here. I'm not going to waste time to respond to Simon. So that Simon understands that people are not fools. Simon understands that politics is an investment. When you invest, it matures, you reap. You invest in politics, it matures, you reap. If you did not invest, wait for your time to invest. We are here on earth. We are going to stay here for years and we are going to die and politics will continue. Politics does not finish. It's an investment. Right now, there is investment on Dr. Fred Membe. There is investment on Oka. There is investment on all other political parties where you can go and invest. When it matures, you eat. The people that invested in UPND, this is their time to eat. That's what I'm saying. The people that invested money, that invested time, that invested their life, the people that sacrificed their life, that this is their time to eat. This is their time to eat. That's what I'm saying. You cannot eat with PF and come back to eat with UPND. No. What I'm saying, Simon, is that allow the people that invested in UPND to eat. That's all. You have taken advantage of the naivety of UPND leaders. You have put yourself into UPND, pretending like you love UPND, but you don't love UPND. You pretend like you love HH, but you don't love HH. You pretend like you love the government of UPND. You don't love them. You don't love them. Love is defined when there is trouble. In the middle of war, that is where you show love. Not when war is over, you go and embrace the winner. Hey, I love you, I love you. You start following them with cameras all over. No. That is what I'm saying. Politics is an investment. Please, the thing of saying, we are there to serve people. No. No one goes to politics to serve anybody. In politics, there is money. In politics, there is wealth. In politics, there is a lot and a lot of things that you can benefit from there. That is why people sacrifice. People kill themselves to take over leadership. Because once they take over leadership, they start eating. Whatever they invested, they start getting them back. What I'm saying is that allow these people who sacrifice, allow them to eat. Me and you are not competing between who is right, who is not righteous. No, I'm not saying I'm righteous. I can never be righteous. You can call me all the names that you want to call me. You can call me anything you want to call me. It's true. I believe I am a prophet. I am a businessman. I am a politician. So anything you call me is okay. You call me a scammer, perfect. You call me a false prophet, perfect. But the truth remains, I see one, the dawn of power. I say the truth. I fight for the people. Now, UPND, you have taken advantage of their naivety. Those people that are putting you on ZAF plane, they fly you up and down. And they forgot the people that we are fighting for them. As I speak to you right now, the people that supported the ministers that are in power today no longer have access to the ministers, but you have access to them. As I speak to you today, the people that fought for the president, they don't have access to the president. But you are all over. Why? Why? UPND, Hakainde Hichilema, wake up. Wake up. You have surrounded yourself with your enemies. All the love that you are getting from these criminals that are around you right now, all these criminals, they don't love you. The people that love you are the people that sacrifice with you. Many of them are hungry. Many of them are thirsty. Many of them have turned around against you. Not because they hate you, but because they are not benefiting from the government they fought for. Wild chancers, opportunists, cowards, like Father Frank Walia, like Calvin Sampa, betrayers, like Simon Mwewa. They are all around you right now, and you think that they love you. They don't love you. If they loved you, they were going to be with you when you were at your lowest position. They were going to be with you when you were crying. But when you were crying, they were dancing with the PF. When you were crying, they were eating with the PF. The day you were in prison, all of us were crying. I remember I was still in Zambia by that time. All of us were crying. People were mourning. But Simon was campaigning with the PF. With the PF. With the PF. What has changed today? When you were languishing in prison, all the people that love you, Proud Mushimba, Mubita Nawa, Kelvin Mokoka, Mr. Moffat. I remember Mr. Moffat even sold his properties. I have the receipt. 3 million kwacha. Sponsoring UPND. Sponsoring the campaign. All these criminals that are eating right now, they were nowhere to be found. These people sacrificed their life. They wanted to make sure that you are in power. You are in power today, and you have embraced the criminals. Simon Mwewa, you call me a scammer. You call me a false prophet. You call me a foreigner. You said I should focus on Nigeria. I should not talk about Zambia. Can I tell you something? Kenneth Kaunda is not a South African, but he fought for South Africa to get republic. I am a foreigner. I am a foreigner. I am a Nigerian. But when PF was busy killing innocent people of Zambia, when PF was busy disturbing women, when PF was busy disturbing women at the market, I, as a foreigner, I stood up. I was in a foreign country. I was in South Africa. I stood up and lended my voice to the people of Zambia. I spoke to them in millions. We spoke against PF. We fought against PF. While we are fighting against them, you were eating with them. You were dancing with them. Today, the people that fought for HH to become the president are now the bad people. You are the good person. The people that fought for HH cannot afford to climb on a bicycle. You are flying Zaf chopper. They are carrying you on a chopper. In the first place, you are a disgrace. You were deported from USA. You come here deportee. Yes, I was deported by the PF government. I didn't commit any crime. You were deported from the USA. And you came back as a non-entity. As we speak today, in Zambia, you are an ex-convict. You are a criminal. You are an ex-convict. I am not an ex-convict. I am SEER1. I was deported in Zambia. Let me show you one of the reasons why I was deported from Zambia, so that you see, I'm not a coward. What I'm going to show you was posted by Mwewa on the 10th of June 2017. Hakainde Hichilema. In case you have forgotten, once people take over power, they become stupid. This is what happened to Edgar Lungu. I called Edgar Lungu while I was in Zambia. Say, hey, these people that you are bringing from MMD, they are coming to destroy you. They don't love you. Let loyalists go. The people of Zambia removed MMD because of corruption. Why are you bringing corrupt people back? Don't you have enough people in PF? He didn't listen to me. He didn't listen to me. Did he listen to me? He didn't. Today, where is he? Where is loyalists? Where is Bowman Lusambo? I can mention thousands of them that left MMD and joined PF. What was their mission? They went, they stole, and they destroyed. This is exactly what is happening in UPND today. Criminals have taken over the party. The people that fought, they are no longer seen anywhere. The musicians that sacrificed their life, they are no longer anywhere to be seen. Simon Mwewa, when I said that you are campaigning for PF, you said they paid you for you to carry their rally. You said you are doing business. Let me ask you a question. You call yourself a child of God. You go to a white man's church. In the first place, any black person that find it very, very comfortable attending a white man church, there is something wrong in his brain. Because if you see churches where it's being led by blacks, it will be full of blacks. The few white people that you are going to see there are those that are benefiting financially from the church. So if you are a black person and you find yourself every day you are campaigning for the white, your brain is useless. What those people did to our ancestors, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm doing politics. I'm not doing religion. I will talk about religion later. But you say you call yourself a child of God. You criticize me. You call me a criminal. You call me all sorts of names. You call me a false prophet. What you will not take away from me is that I don't fear. I say the truth. I stand with the people. Even what I'm saying right now, HH is watching, or HH will watch. Deep down his heart, he will know that he's saying the truth. He will know that this guy stood for me when people like you were nowhere to be seen. He will know that this guy, even being a foreigner, fought for me when people like you were dancing. He was in prison. I was crying. Let me give you this. Look at this. HH was arrested. This was my letter to Edgar Lungu. This letter was carried by Mwewa. As you know, Mwewa is the biggest and the verified online news in Zambia. They don't lie, they don't joke. They are not jokers. They are not like these other useless things. Any news that you see here is right. Look at the date. Look at the date. June 10. 10th of June 2017. I was still in Zambia. Now look at my picture. I was still a young boy. This is the letter that I wrote Edgar Lungu when he put HH in prison. I was in Zambia. Just watch, yo. I didn't start fighting for HH today. This is 2027. This time I was still in Zambia. This service that you are seeing there was conducted in Zambia at Mandevu Basic School ground. That is where that service was conducted. Look at me, I was very young. But I was fighting for HH as young as I was. Please, forgive HH and release Hakainde Hichilema. SEER1 urges President Lungu. This was when Lungu imprisoned HH. I was still in Zambia. Those of you that think that you love HH more than me, those of you that think that you know HH more than me, this was 2017. I was in Zambia. And those of you that say SEER1 is a coward, is fighting because he's not here. No! I can fight anywhere. I was in Zambia and I was still fighting the sitting president for putting HH in prison. See, this is Mwewa. Mwewa is the one who wrote it. It's still there on Mwewa. Go and check for yourself. SEER1 does not love HH. SEER1 does not love HH. Please. 2017, HH was not even smelling presidency. Please forgive and release HH. SEER1 urges Edgar Lungu. Flamboyant and controversial Nigerian prophet Andrew Ejimadu, popularly known as SEER1, says he will not join the group of cowards and deceivers that have surrounded Edgar Lungu to tell him lies about the nation in the name of prayer and spiritual guidance. I am the dawn of power. I don't fear anybody. I was talking to Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu was in power. He was the president, and I was addressing this to him. In his letter to Lungu, to President Lungu, SEER1 says he has appealed to the president to find it in his heart and have mercy on HH and free him so that he can reunite with his family. 2017, I started fighting for HH while I was in Zambia. Simon, tell me where you fought for HH when he was in opposition. The day HH was put in prison, you were dancing with the PF. Where is the love coming from all of a sudden? You are taking advantage of the naivety of UPND leaders. They have embraced you, thinking that you love them. You don't love them. The people that love HH are the people that stood with him when he was in opposition. If you are a president, everyone will pretend to love you. When Edgar Lungu was in power, Bowman Lusambo, the wife gave birth to twins. One of them he said Digger. One of them he said Stella. Where is Bowman Lusambo and Edgar Lungu today? Fake love. Fake love. Betrayal. Betrayal. The reason why I don't respond to people like Simon or these other idiots that are talking SEER1. No. I don't have time for those. Those are young children. Those are young babies. They don't know anything. But the reason why I'm using this to tell the leadership of UPND to say your downfall is at hand. The people that you have embraced now thinking that they love you, they don't love you. There are people that sacrifice their lives for you. There are people that lost businesses for you. Those days when you support UPND, you are like an outcast. Simon, let me ask you a question. You said you are born again. You love Jesus. I am a false prophet. I've shown you a false prophet stood with HH when HH was in prison. Where were you when HH was in prison? You were dancing with the PF. You were campaigning for PF. When PF cadres were killing and destroying, when you wear UPND regalia, you come out. I didn't see you detach yourself from them. You were still campaigning for them. Mao Sampa was your best friend when he was in PF. When they were in power. You were always going to his house with your camera. Oh, my brother. Oh, my brother. What has changed? Kelvin Sampa was your best friend. Chilando was your best friend. All the PF criminals, they were your best friend. Did you tell them to stop killing people? Did you tell them to remove HH from prison? Show me where you campaigned for HH. You said you were doing an advert that if they pay you, you advertise for them. So are you telling me that it is good if a Satan must come and give you money to do an advert for him? Are you telling me you'll do it? You say you knew that PF was a bad organization. You said you knew that PF was killing people. PF was tag. You called them notorious PF. You knew that they were notorious, but you were advertising for them. From the deep down your heart, is this the character of a believer? So what if, because you have a page, though a page that is not doing well, that's what UPND leaders are not realizing. Who listen to Simon? What influence does he have? Now, okay, you said that they were paying you for advert. So a criminal, notorious people can come and pay you for advice and you advertise for them. What if they won the election in 2021? So you mean that they were notoriously going to, you wanted them to continue ruling? A good business person, a good child of God, when you bring a business for him, and he knows that this business is going to affect people's life negatively, he will reject it. Personally to me, let me show you something. As I began to fight PF, this was July 2022, and this was Mast newspaper. This is a credible newspaper. The government of the Republic of Zambia, government of Lungu, approached the Nigerian government. Okay, I'll come back to this one. Okay, let me go to the other one. This is Lusaka time. The government of the Republic of Zambia approached the Nigerian government to stop me from campaigning for HH, to stop me from speaking for the marginalized in Zambia, to stop me from fighting the PF. Nigerian High Commission to Zambia assures PF they will address SEER1 concern. The Nigerian High Commission in Zambia contacted the federal government, and the federal government told me to stop fighting PF. Did I stop? This was 2020. I did my campaign until the last day of election. In fact, that day election was taking place, I was still campaigning for a church. I disrespected my government. I said no. I disrespected my government because my conscience told me that PF was not doing the right thing. PF was killing people. PF was destroying property. PF was mistreating a church. I didn't listen to my government because my conscience would not allow me to watch people suffer. My conscience would not allow me to see HH die in prison, because had the PF won election, HH was going to be dead by now in prison, because I knew all the plan. While we were fighting for all this thing, you were dancing with the PF. Today, those of us that fought the battle, we are bitter. Now you are the right person, right? Eh? So they paid you for you to advertise their agenda. You wanted them to continue ruling. You were sharing, you knew that they were lying on their campaign messages, but you were giving them platform to lie to the people. What did you expect? If UPND was a serious government, people like you would never be anywhere close to the president, because you are a Judas Iscariot. You can betray because of money. I didn't betray the people of Zambia, even when my federal government intervened. I stood and fought, but you betrayed them. I don't know how much you said PF paid you. Maybe PF paid you, I don't know how much PF paid you. But because of that thing they paid you, you betrayed. Now that you see that they won, they lost the election, you have now come, you are pretending like you love HH. HH, wake up. Simon is a traitor. If you lose the election in 2026, he will move. Now he's calling PF notorious. He's calling Edgar Lungu all sorts of names, but he's the one who was in forefront. Igua! 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 See, to me, I'm not bothering. I don't even have problem. I'm still a young boy. I'm in my 30s. I still have a long way to go. If I don't eat in UPND government, another government will come. I will eat. So long as I wake, I must eat. It may not be UPND government. UPND is not the last government. I still have a long way to go. I mean, I'm young. And I know my life from now to the next 20 years, to the next 50 years. But let me tell you, Simon, if UPND continue to partner with you, if UPND continue to sideline the people that fought for them, the people that sacrificed to them, and you have managed to put yourself, I don't know how dull those guys are. I don't know how stupid those guys are. And sometimes I don't blame HH also. I've realized that the guy don't know what is happening. The guy don't know what is happening. He just find himself in things because the people he entrusted with making decisions are fools. That's why sometimes I look at him, I laugh. There are people, somebody like Matomela. He went to prison because of HH. Mubita Nawa. He went to prison because of HH. Where is that one you threw away to Namibia? Anthony Mumba. These are people who are supposed to be very close to the president. There are many of them that sacrificed. Kelvin Mukuka. Nak Uni. I mean, how many of them am I going to count? This Rasta guy, Michael Zulu. Even B-Flow. How many of them am I going to mention and leave? These are the people that are supposed to be eating. The way Pilato is eating now. These are the people that are supposed to be eating. And when they are eating, they are going to be explaining properly the vision of UPND. Because these people that have come in now, imagine bringing in somebody like Frank Wala. What does Frank Wala know about UPND? When HH was sharing the vision and suffering, being killed, being butchered, being blocked, being done so many things, there was visions that he was sharing with the people he was with. Frank Wala doesn't know it. Simon doesn't know those visions. They don't know what people went through. They don't understand what people went through. So the people that will share the vision of the president to the people are the people that understand the vision. And these are the people that suffered with the president. All that we are saying is that please let the people that suffered enjoy. Today, the mother to Simon has contract. They gave her contract. Ministry of Health. She's pursuing for other contract. Where was Simon when we were campaigning for HH? Eh? Where was he? Simon, do you know the cost of flying a helicopter? And the UPND, this is why I'm saying the people that are handling President HH have messed him up. We were fighting PF for using the ZAF helicopter to carry Mampi, an international star like Mampi. To carry Mark II, an international star like Mark II. Yomap, these guys are international musicians, respected all around the world. We are fighting them and saying, why are you using taxpayers' money to carry these guys? Today, UPN, they have come into power. They are using the same ZAF aircraft that we fought people that we are using. They are using the same plane to carry non-entities like Simon, non-entity, a deportee. I mean, somebody who came back from abroad with nothing and is dying without anything, without achieving anything. A non-entity. Somebody that's supposed to be HH. Simon is your age mate. Simon should be learning something from you. You and Dediga Lungu, Simon should be learning something from you. You guys had no father. We don't know the name of your father. Your father left nothing for you. You fought your way up. You went from nothing. You fought and fought and fought until you fought yourself to presidency. The non-entity, the idiot that called himself Simon, the father left him name. I mean, the name of his father is everywhere. That one alone is enough to give him a shoulder to climb. The father sacrificed and made a name for himself, only to give birth to an idiot who he spent all his money in America training him just to be deported and become a nomad, a non-entity. And that non-entity has become important to UPND today. Even PF did not regard him. PF didn't see him as somebody important. PF was giving him 1 naira, 2 naira, small money. Today, UPND, you are even carrying him on your jet. How about the people that fought for you? Lucky comedy. You carry these children that don't know anything. You want to destroy their career like the way PF destroyed Kasaka's career. You carry them on jet. Can these children, when power changes hand in 2026 or any time, can these children afford to pay for the money? They are going to be waiting like Kasaka. Kasaka was hot cake until he started campaigning for PF. After PF lost the election, where is he? These children, their comedy is already dry. It's already dry like a dry fish. And you are finishing it already. Yeah, why are you carrying them on ZAF helicopter? If we condemn you for carrying a whole international star like Mampi, international star like Yomap, international star like Mark II, if we condemn you for carrying them, using taxpayers' money to carry them, then you are now carrying a camera, I mean, not even a vlogger, not even an international vlogger. You are carrying him on the plane, and people are clapping for you, and you think that people are fools. President HH, there is a report on your table. There is a report on your table. There is a report on your table that has told you from the office of the president, intelligence officer. They have told you that your popularity has come down to 30%. It's there on your table, and you are aware of this. Do you know why you are losing popularity? It's not because of the crime, the things that, no, because right in your party, people are not happy. The people that fought for you are not happy. And these are the people that have your interests at heart. These are the people that have your interest at heart. They are not happy. They are no longer talking to people about you. If you go to the street today, you will see that the popularity is gone. That's why today, now, you are engaging clueless children that don't know anything. Maza comedy, what is the name? All these young children, they don't know nothing. Who can they influence? What do they know about politics? You abandon the people. The people that fought the battle. You are not dealing with idiots like Simon, fools. You claim that you are a born again, you are a child of God. If you are a child of God, if you are neutral, you are by now, you are supposed to stand and speak and tell the president to say, Sylvia Masebo committed crime. I've never seen you write something bad about UPND. I've never seen you speak up for the poor. I've never seen you speak up for the masses. You are always with the government of the day. And when I fight, you say, we can fight our battle. We are going to fight our battle. How are you going to fight that battle? Because you have never fought. Right now, UPND people that are abandoned are crying. UPND does not have any single structure. HH is going to Copper Belt. Do you know, for him to gather crowd now, they have to arrange these small comedians and so on, these dry guys. Now, just to pull crowd for HH. When HH was in opposition, he was the crowd puller himself. Anywhere he passed, people follow. Anywhere he passed, people follow in number. Wow. Because they loved him genuinely. Why did they love him? Because we spoke to the people. We spoke to the people. So today, Simon Mwewa, the mother is now getting contract. She's getting favor from the government. And those that fought for the government are told to form cooperative. And they have obeyed. They have formed cooperative. What is happening in the cooperative? Even your praise singers, most of those, the few that are remaining, that are fighting me today, they are hungry. They have nothing to write home about. Your musicians, the cadre, the cadres, organized families, cavemen, NAC unit, all these guys are still hungry. They are still poor. They fought for you to be in power. And you're in power, and you have neglected them, and you have followed Judas the same way Simon betrayed ECL. Ego one. Boma, Lusaka one, Kasama one. The same way he betrayed them is the way he will betray you. Go back to the people that fought for you. Like I told you, when I started, one thing about me that I don't fear, because we have been trained as the Godfather to know that no one will defeat us. No one on earth born of a woman, so long as you have a head and you have, please, no matter who you are, no one can defeat us. We have been told, and we have tasted the power, and we have seen the power. We don't fear. This was me in 2017. Look at the date. I was still in Zambia, but I was fighting Edgar Lungu, the sitting president. I was fighting for HH. Release HH. Let HH go back to his family. Release HH. Release HH. Release HH to go back to his family. I was fighting Lungu. Look at it. By the time I was fighting Lungu, I was in Zambia, because I don't fear. Look at me. I was a very young boy. Just take a look at that picture. I was young, but I don't fear, because I know the kingdom where we are coming from. We don't fear. When I was fighting for you here, Simon was dancing with the PF. In fact, those days, Simon never used to mention HH. Simon never used to call your name. Simon used to call you the leader of the Reds. It was very difficult for Simon to call you HH. Simon didn't want to mention your name. He used to say the leader of the Red. The leader of the Red. But today, you are now, I don't know if you are, he call you Ego 1 or P1 today. I don't know what he call you because, and you are crazy. You believe that people that love you hate you, and the people that hate you love you. The reason why I responded to this idiot who called me a criminal, I am a criminal, yes, but I stand with the people. I speak for the people. As a born again who is not a criminal, what are you doing with the UPN? Your mother got contract. Did you tell the world? You are now getting benefit. I don't want to say many things that please, you State House, you provoke me. You are the one that is provoking me. And when I come to fight you, it looks like SEER1 is a bad person. Detach yourself from this idiot. He has nothing to offer. Go back to the people. These people that you think they are nobodies. These people that you think that they are finished. These people that you call mad right now. They are the people that put you in power. Go back to them. Go back to them. Go back to them. Let them eat from their labor. No one will be happy to labor in vain. Will you be happy to labor in vain? No. Let them eat. Let those that fought for HH, let them eat. When Mutinta, the wife to the president, Mrs. Hakainde Hichilema, Her Excellency, when she was crying, we are crying with her. Let those who are crying with her laugh with her. Those people that caused that pain are now the people that have carried, it's like now they are the people that love HH the most. But they are the people that cause the pain. They are the people that cause the pain. The reason why the Nigerian government fought me is because PF, led by Kelvin Sampa, the PF youth chairman then, is the one who went to Nigerian embassy and reported me. Why did he report me? He reported me because he wanted the government to stop me from fighting for HH. Imagine if I stopped fighting. What was going to happen? HH, I believe that you are going to watch this video on your own, not your advisors. The people are not honest with you. President Hakainde Hichilema, your people are not honest with you. They are stealing. They are after their pocket. They don't care. If they cared about you, they would have told you that somebody like Simon Mwewa cannot be trusted because he will betray you at any time. They would have told you that carrying dry comedians like these guys, Maza, just all that, carrying them on a government helicopter, please, it's wasting of taxpayers' money. And you don't even need those people. What are you doing? What are you actually doing with Frank Walia? What does Frank Walia know about UPN? There are people that know about UPN. Go back to those guys. You used to love all of us. You know, you used to love all of us. You used to say, when I win, this will happen, that will happen. But what happened? What happened? To me, I'm not, I don't want a relationship. I don't even, Michael nearly lost his life. He was campaigning from the bush. Where is he today? Somebody like Michael cannot fly a helicopter. It's Simon that was all over with PF. Please, where is your brain, UPND? B-Flow. Even if B-Flow at some point erred, he went to meet government state house to meet them. He came back and apologized and continued fighting for the people and continue fighting for a church. Why have you abandoned him? How about Mubita now? He went to prison because of you. Mukuka. Up to today, he's still going to prison. He's still going to court. Up to today, he's still going to court. How many of them am I going to mention? Mr. Moffat, His Excellency, the letter of Mr. Moffat is there on your table. You know that he sold everything he had. As I speak today, it's a laughing stock in his life. Everyone is laughing at him. Because he cannot afford to eat again. People lost their fingers. Why have you abandoned them to go and embrace your enemies? It's not about me. I don't need the relationship. Like I said, I'm still young. If the opposition come today and they agree to what I've told them, I mean, I'm a politician. I'll work with them. I'll fight with them. I don't have enemy. I don't have permanent enemy. A few years ago, UPND was my best friend. I mean, you loved me so much. Today, because I'm saying the truth, we don't see one. SEER1 is dividing the nation. SEER1, talk about your country. When I was fighting PF, I was in South Africa. PF, anytime I come live, PF will say, go back to your country, go back to your country, go back to your country. Those things, I mean, those things doesn't faze me. I am an African. If Kenneth Kaunda fought for other countries from Zambia, I mean, this is Africa. I can fight for anybody that I want. Those things don't even, I don't talk about your country, your president. When I was fighting for the history of Nigeria, when I was fighting for a church, we had the worst president in the history of Nigeria, Buhari. Buhari was the worst president that Nigeria ever had. We had him. I was not talking about him. I was fighting PF. PF was there, go back to your country, talk about. So today, I know that UPND is just few people, very few people who come here. Talk about your country, talk about your country. You can open a Facebook page and talk about Nigeria. I mean, we have liberty to talk. I can talk for anything that I want. The Satan that, Satan. Every day you're talking about Satan. Is Satan from your country? Why do you talk about him? Jesus. Is Jesus a Zambian? Why do you talk about Jesus? Why you don't? Israel. Jerusalem. Why you don't talk about Zambia? We are in a global world where you can talk about anything. You can talk about Bowman Lusambo donated $1,000 to the campaign of Trump. Is Trump a Zambian? So those things don't even, those things is fools that write those things. It's idiots that say talk about Nigeria, talk about Nigeria. You know something about Nigeria, create a Facebook page if you think it's easy and talk about Nigeria and gather Nigerian audience. That's why I am the dawn of power. I'm going to leave this broadcast here. It's a warning to UPND. You have allowed yourself to be deceived, and your enemies are now your friends, and your friends are now your enemy. But it won't go far. Everything that has a beginning has an end. Like I said, I, SEER1, I'm not an ex-convict. Simon is an ex-convict. I was deported from Zambia because of politics, because I was fighting for a church. Simon was deported from USA. I am in Nigeria. I've established, I'm doing well. I'm building a city on my own. Simon, what are you doing in Zambia? My father has a very big compound, very, very big compound, massive compound, and a very big church. When I came back to Nigeria, I didn't go and occupy it. I left it for my young brother, because in Africa, once your parents send you abroad, they don't expect you to come back with empty-handed. They expect you to come back and take over, and from where they stop, you add more. So I left everything for my young brother. I started afresh in Nigeria. Today, I'm leading the largest congregation in Imo State. Largest. I'm building a city, not a house, not a shopping mall, not a shop, a city. I think, okay, it's on the other phone. I was going to show you. Let me see if I can see something here. And this city will be open to the public on it will be open to the public on in October, 26th of October. The whole world can come and see what SEER1 built in Nigeria within the space of 2 years. It's development. Let me show you some more. I was deported, and this is me. This is a city that I'm developing. I was deported. I came back. I didn't just sit and start crying. I was deported. I was deported. I was deported. No. I was deported back to my father's land. And I'm here. I pick up the pieces, and I'm doing well. You, what did you achieve from America? After your deportation back to Zambia, what did you achieve? Nothing. I'm a big person. People respect me anywhere I go here in Nigeria. But you are nothing. The only thing you do is fighting with women in the market square, beating women. That's why you are an ex-convict. A president that knows what he wants, a government that knows what he wants, should have stayed away from you. There are good people that are not ex-convicts, that fought for UPND, that can do better. You don't have nothing, not even influence. You don't have, go live today and talk about politics. Let's see how many people you influence. You don't have it. But I have it. So we are not on the same level, Simon. We are not on the same level, and we cannot be on the same level. I always hear you say, HH is wise that he didn't associate himself with SEER1. Please. I was talking with HH. If I want today again, I will talk to him. If I want to talk to him till forever, I will talk to him. I am the one that stopped on my own. Almost everybody at State House, I was talking to them. Almost all of them, I was talking to them. The evidence is there. I am the one that stopped. When I realized to say, we fought together. You are eating alone and we are not eating. I stopped. Not eating that if I want to talk to HH today, I will not talk to him. You want to come back to Zambia? Please, come back to Zambia to do what? I respect Zambia, but we must understand the level of growth. I love Zambia so much. Zambia is here. I will come. I mean, I will visit. you want to come and Zambia because, oh, please, there are levels to life. At my level, I've passed the level of going to stay in Zambia because I am now an international man of God. I have bigger crowd and bigger responsibility in Nigeria. And you know that when you want to reach the world, if you are a minister, you are a pastor, you are a prophet, you want to reach the world, there are only 2 countries in Africa where you will stay and achieve that. Number 1 is Nigeria. That is why if today a man of God is coming from Zambia, coming to Nigeria, no one will attend. No one will even attend the crusade. They will even laugh. But if a man of God is coming from Nigeria, like for example, Adeboye, Oyedepo, TB Joshua, they say they are going to Zambia, you will see that the stadium will be filled up. Why? Because Nigeria in African map, when you capture Nigeria, you have captured the whole world. So I am here now fighting to capture the whole world. You can't telling me to come and stay in Zambia to do ministry. It's like moving me from grade 12 to grade 1. I love Zambia. In business, I love it. Perfect. In many other things, Zambia is good, the peace and so on. But if you want to be an international figure in ministry, it's either South Africa or Nigeria. So I cannot, you don't expect me to come to stay in Zambia. I will never ever in my life settle in Zambia. I've passed that level. You people must travel. Before you comment, you will not come back to Africa. Travel. You will know that actually Zambia still has a long way to go. One of the reasons why I campaigned for a church, I even campaigned to an extent that I had to leave South Africa to come to Nigeria and met my state government and told them to say, if this guy win election, all this money that our politicians are stealing and taking to Dubai, why not they steal it and take it to an African country? Move those billions to Zambia. Zambia, what you have, move to Nigeria. Nigeria, what you have, moved to Kenya. We use that money that we are carrying and taking to Dubai, that money that we are storing in offshore accounts, that we are going to die without touching those money. We use them to develop Africa. That's what I was fighting for. I assured my state government to say, if you help me here, this guy wins election, he's coming. I know many of you, you carry all your money, you go and load it in offshore account in Switzerland. White people are using our money, the money that you stole from Africa, to develop their country. When you steal that money, because you cannot stop a politician from stealing, that is a guarantee. A politician is going to steal, whether you like it or not. But when you steal that money, invest it in Africa. Go to Zambia and develop Zambia. Go to Kenya, develop Kenya. Come to Nigeria and develop Nigeria. Africa is one. When we build ourselves, IMF will not see what IMF is doing to African countries. They can't do it to China. They can't do it to any other country in Europe. Those were the things that I was fighting for. At the end of the day, whew. Anyway, I will leave you here so that I have a lot of work that I'm doing today. I just want to say that may God bless you. People of Zambia, I love you. I don't want you to see this war that is coming, that is between me and the people of Zambia. You know that I love the people of Zambia, and I will always love the people of Zambia, and I will always stand with the people of Zambia. This war is not between you and me. No, this war is between bad government and me. Criminals like Simon Mwewa. I will be coming always live. Enough is enough. I love you. People of Zambia, so much. You even know, deep down your heart, you know that SEER1 love you. You know it, that SEER1 love you. I read one caption here. This was in 2020. Mass newspaper. The last one I'm going to read for you. Mass newspaper. Have you seen it? SEER1, the Nigerian who loves Zambia, by Julius Kapemba, PhD. July 2022. July 22, 2020. That's who I am. It has not changed. That love has not changed. It has not changed. That's why I'm fighting for you. Even most of you I mean some few praise singers, I've managed to open the eyes of a lot of praise singers. They are in my inbox in thousands. These are people that sacrifice their life for UPND. I've managed to open their eyes, but there are still few. I'm asking you to wake up. Somebody comes into your father's house, carry your food and eat your food, and you keep quiet. If you keep quiet, you are a fool. If you are among those people that are keeping quiet and watching people like Simon eat what belongs to you, touch your right hand on your chest and say, I'm a fool. You are a fool. Big one. You must rise up and fight for what belongs to you. So I will leave it here. I'm going back to my house. I love you. May God bless you. Share this broadcast so that everyone will see and understand where we are heading to.